Our watchword ought to be, we better vote. Better. As Susie Casman said, we better choose a leader who will invest in building bridges and not walls, books and not weapons, morality and not corruption, intellectualism and wisdom, not ignorance, stability, not fear and terror, peace, not chaos, love, not hate, convergence, not segregation, tolerance, not discrimination, fairness, not hypocrisy, substance, not superficiality, character, not immaturity, transparency, not secrecy, justice, not lawlessness, environmental improvement and preservation, not destruction, truth, and not lies. We better vote. Lyndon Baines Johnson said, a man without a vote is a man without protection. We better vote. Martin Luther King said, there must be a concerted effort on the part of Negro leaders to arouse their people from their apathetic indifference. 50 years ago, he said, in the past, apathy was a moral failure, but today it is a form of moral and political suicide. Shirley Chisholm, that first woman to run for president, she said, you don't make progress by standing on the sidelines, whimpering and complaining. You make progress by implementing ideas and electing people that will implement those ideas. We better vote. Do you know what hour we're in? Here we are 62 years since Brown versus Board of Education. 61 years since the murder of Emmett Till. 56 years since the sit-ins in Greensboro. 52 years since Fannie Lou Hamer said there comes a time when you get sick and tired of being sick and tired. 55 years since Dr. King said that the only voting bloc that could transform America would be for blacks and labor and Latinos and poor whites and Native Americans to find common ground. 53 years since the murder of Medgar Evers. 53 years since the March on Washington. 53 years since the bombing of 4 girls in a Birmingham church. 52 years since the signing of the Civil Rights Act. 51 years since an attorney's car was blown up in Newbern, North Carolina, as they were inside the church planning for voting rights. 51 years since Bloody Sunday. 51 years since the Voting Rights Act. 51 years since the death of Malcolm X. 48 years since the assassination of Dr. King. 47 years since my parents came from Indiana back to North Carolina to begin desegregating schools. And 7 years since Barack Hussein Obama was sworn in to be president. And though they call him everything, they still got to call him Mr. President. These are serious times. The South is changing. The nation is changing. And God has fixed it so that hands that once picked cotton can now join with white hands and brown hands and pick governors and pick presidents. And if you change the South, you change the nation. We better vote.